What's up, good people? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. All of you newbies, go ahead and hit the like button. Most importantly, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Thank you and welcome to the party. First off, I just want to say I love you guys. Next time you'll see me, we'll be at 200,000. We're going to talk about what's going on in the stock market and a couple of new stock pick. All right, let's go. Okay, just like I mentioned in my last video, I'm not buying anything today. I'm kind of monitoring the market. I do believe that it's still going to be volatility in the market this week, so be careful. But I'm going to bring up some stock that we're actually just looking at, right? We're just looking at them. We're monitoring what they are doing. So I explained to you guys that the short squeeze stock, the GameStop and the AMC and the KOOS, and they're starting to pull back off of their highs, okay? And so what's clearly happening, like I mentioned last week, is people pulled money out of stock that they were already in to fund these accounts. And these are the same investors, okay? And so they pulled money out of, like CCIV in those hot SPACs. And now what's happening is it's a direct correlation. Just look at it. Now that those stock prices, some of them are started doing some profit taking, and now the money is going back into the CCIV. This is not about the movement. This is just us looking at what's happening to the stock. So it's the same crowd. Remember, we step back and take a bird's eye view so we can see what's going on, so we can make our money moves. Now, I stand with it's not just the millennial, it's us. Okay, it's the retail investors. And I bought some of one of the stocks. So now they're moving into silver. One of the companies I'm going to talk about is SLV, which is silver, right? There's a bunch of them. But if you look, I was up really early pre-market, and I bought some silver in SLV. And I bought some more stock I'm not going to say because I don't want you guys getting burned. It's money I can afford to lose just to put my support into the cause. And I'm going to hold it. And I'm going to release it when the community says it's time to release. But I'm down for the cause. I don't like what they did. I'm sorry. I don't like what they did. And I don't like what Robinhood did, because here's the thing. I'm not about cancel culture. Robinhood put out a list, and I'm going to provide a link below, of preemptive stock that's not even on the Reddit list yet, that they even thought that could be shorted, and they're limiting what you can buy in that. So what is that telling you? I'm going to start offering Webull here. I don't have the program set up, but I can just tell you guys, open up some Webull, And if you're going to be Robinhood, be Robinhood. If you're going to be robbing the hood, then call your app Robbing the Hood, because it's just unfair. But we're going to keep it rolling. I just want to laugh today, y'all. I'm done with all of that foolishness, because it's just foolishness. So another stock that we want to look at, the ticker symbol is THCB. It's called Tusking Holdings. It's a new EV. It's a new battery manufacturer. It's a quick charge battery for EVs. And it's a new SPAC, special purpose acquisition. And that's another one that you want to look at. Now, I'm going to tell you, don't buy it right now. It just ran up really high today. That's THCB. I'll put the ticker symbol down there. So that's one. We want to look at silver, SLV. Well, wait a minute. Let me pump my brakes. SLV is part of the movement, right? So I'm not suggesting that stock. Remember, these stocks that I'm talking about right now are stock that we're just observing. We're not buying, we're observing. You can buy at your own risk. But I can tell you SLV is a risky play, because it could fall and plummet, right? But it's material, it's a mineral. You know, silver, gold, platinum. You know, those are things that generally do hold their own when the American dollar is going down. So if you want to get into silver, here's a play. I would still wait for a dip. It's high. I bought some to be in the movement, but I bought it lower than it is now. All right. So the third one is TRIT. TRIT. That is Tritera. It's Tritera. And it's a fintech company. Yeah, I'm reading it right here because I jack words up. I'm keeping it real, fam. So it's Trintera, all right? It's a fintech company. And what I want to tell you about it is it has a class action lawsuit, AKA short report. So you guys know, whenever these companies have these class action lawsuits, it causes the stock price to dip down. And I can't tell you how many times, see, I chase the red sometimes. I'll see who they're, especially Weiss LLC, they're ambulance chasers. So I see who they're suing and I buy the stock because at the end of it, they wound up not winning the suit. They just want to make a name for themselves and then the stock price goes back up. I have a stock right now that's an energy stock that I'm up now 400 and it was up to almost 500% because they did the same thing. Class action lawsuit. People got scared, dumped the stock, and I got it really, really cheap. Okay, plug. So I'm just telling you guys, these are plays that they do. And it's easy money for guys like me because you see the pattern. You got for your new people, you're going to see there are patterns that are formed and you can take advantage of these patterns. Having said that, let's go to CCIV. OK, here's what I do with CCIV, and not just CCIV. I do the same play with all of my EV SPACs. I buy 50%, I put 50% of my money in the stock and I put 50% of my money in the warrants. And by far, I make at least 80% more and sometimes twice as much on the warrants. Now, I understand what warrants are. I did a lengthy video months ago on warrants. And you do know when you buy the warrant, on all of them are not the same. All warrants are not created equal. But on most warrants, you buy the warrant and then it's another way in a long term, without confusing you guys, for these companies to raise even more capital. That's what it is. And then what happens is you can buy the warrant at the, at the price it is. And then after the merger, most warrants, you have to pay an additional $10.50 for the price of exercising the warrant. So the warrant goes from a warrant to being a stock. But I'm not going to go into all of that. And the company reserved the right to do a call on those warrants. Okay. So, but we're not going to get into all of that. The way I play the warrants now, after I held a warrant too long, is I just buy the warrant and I sell the warrant pre-merger. I let it go right up to the merger and I sell the warrant. And I've been making money on the last 4 SPAC plays that I've done. I've made more money that way. So at the time that I recorded this video right now, CCIV is up 9.78%, right? But the warrants are up 12.15%. Same money in both of them. Right? So remember, I told you guys, most warrants, by the time the SPAC is the merger is about to happen, the warrants are trailing somewhere in the area of around 55%. So this is one of the things that I've did with VGAC. So if you look at VGAC right now at the time that I'm recording this, VGAC, the stock is up 3.62% today, right? The warrants are up 10.14% because the warrants was trailing the stock at a greater rate. That's all. And then when they announced the SPAC, the price of the stock grows like this, but the price of the warrant grows like this. And remember, it's gonna it trails. This is not a rule of thumb. This is just a general. It trails about, and I know that's not what a warrant is, but I've made money off of these plays. So for some of you brainiacs, just look at all of the SPACs and see how they're happening. I've made too much money to be arguing with you guys when my money's in the bank. Having said that, if you notice, I'm probably looking a little happy. I've made back all of my losses from last week. I've made them back all because of just these two stocks alone. CCIV and VGAC has got me even, and the way that I play these warrants. So I just want you guys to make the same kind of money. All right. So the only stock that I bought was SLV, and I'm telling you that it's not a good buy right now at the price that it is right now. And I'm telling you guys that this is not an investment stock. This is part of the revolution. I'm a part of the revolution because it's about principle to me. So I've only invested money that I can afford to lose. Okay, let's be clear with that. So all of the stock that I suggest today, which is THCB and TRIT and CCIV and VGAC, those are stock that I want you guys to keep an eye on. Remember, before you make any financial decisions, you should first do your own research and then consult with your financial advisor, to which I am not. All right. Hey, I love you guys. If you've been rolling with me for a while, hit the like button and, keep me alive. I want to stay alive. So at the end of this video, and I'm not going to sign off my regular way. I made a video for those of you who didn't see it when I hit 100,000, and it was to encourage subscribers. And I said, hey, don't be like Brad, and people are like, who is Brad? I was like, Brad, that guy in Pulp Fiction, he didn't tell people he was subscribed to me, but he wasn't telling others. And so, something really bad happened to Brad. So don't be like Brad. All right. I'm going to play this clip and then we're going to sign off after this clip. Love you guys.
You were saying?
The problem is Brad hasn't subscribed to Stock Up with Larry Jones, Samuel L. Jackson. What? You mean all the hard work he been putting in for you fools and you haven't subscribed and hit the notification bell yet? Check the cabinet. Something tells me that one of these fools have been subscribing and making money and they haven't told Brad yet.
We happy?
Yeah, we happy.